Hey everybody, it's Tiana. Welcome to Storyhouse Books. Welcome to our channel. So what are we working on today in this video? This is going to be part 5 of our Creative Victorian Folio with Me series. We've put up a video yesterday on a few things that we worked on the second panel, so let's just get a real quick recap of where we are. Here's our cover. This is a recreation of a cover of a Paris fashion magazine from the 1900s. I think it's got the date on there. It's in French, so I can't read it. But it was 25 cents back then, so I can guarantee you by looking at the clothes, this was late 19th century, early 20th. Okay? Alright, so here's our first panels again. And let's start where we finished up last night. So last night we did a tutorial on how to make this. It's a book page doily envelope and how to attach it. So I just recreated another one here, and that's one I showed you guys. I have added a few things since our last video, so I'm going to go through that stuff with you now. And it's stuff that you guys already know how to do. So I'm just adding decorations as we go. So on panel number 1, we added these two envelopes, made the same way I make all the other envelopes. This time I put a tie on them to kind of make it match this other panel over here. I think it looks nice. It went on top of this flap here, which we still haven't put anything on the inside there. What I want to do tonight is show you this top panel here that we're going to work on. This one here. Make sure it's in frame so you guys can see what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, okay. So, what do I mean work on? Well, I'm going to show you how to create one of these. Now this is a dimensional pocket. If you can see that right there, it actually has this kind of like, I don't know what you would call that, but it's like a regular pocket. However, it's structured to hold something very thick. So it's kind of like a box. You see that here, right? So we're going to lay that on top of this top panel here, and this is going to fit our journal that will come with this, okay? And then they'll have the pockets down here that we put in last night, right? To put notes or whatever. But the actual journal itself will fit here inside of this, and it's pretty thick. It's a 1/4 inch thick. Let's leave this room for a single signature, maybe 20 plus pages journal for them to write in. And since it's not attached, it's replaceable. So this one will actually come with an extra journal for them to use, a pre-made one. So I'm going to show you how I made this, okay, as part of today's work. Then we're also going to work on, or what else we worked on last night. What did we do? I'll get myself lost in my own journal. We did this inside panel here with these envelopes. Since then I went and did some stenciling, like some watermarks on there. On the opposite, or sister panel, over here, I just added some more envelopes with some de-stressing to it. Right, so we have this one here, we have a glassine one here, and a plain brown there. Alright, I also added another envelope on the inside. So I went ahead and did these things because they're not like things that we had to, that I make. They were pre-made. But I did just do some pretty stenciling on here. This has the wraparound closure, and I continued that stenciling all the way up the inside as well. And did some distressing on the actual envelope, okay? This envelope we put on last night. And this I also added as well. It actually, the entry is over here. This is just something that I made to go in the book, that I had out that I was going to use either way. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on this page, or if I'm going to put it in this pocket. Will it fit in this pocket? Oh, actually, I think it's just a little too big for that pocket to fit. Yeah, it's just a little smidge too big. Definitely won't fit there, so it could go there. See, these pockets are so thick that I can still put something else on top of there. But I'm going to take this out for the moment. It was just something that I was fiddling around with, deciding whether I was going to put it in there or not. But for all intents and purposes, this section is done. Okay? What else I want us to get to is this third panel. Now, I got a bunch of stuff out from my stash that I already had. These are smaller versions of the same envelopes that I've showed you how to make. I want to put these on top of here. These are from Tim Holtz Worn Wallpaper, the Halloween pack from, I think it was last year's. right? So they're all a little darker, but I like them. I wanted to use them here because they are from that era, rather. Okay, so those are going to go on the front. Inside, I haven't quite decided if I'm going to make envelopes yet or put pockets there. I have these money envelopes that I got. I thought about putting here with some stenciling on it or stamping. So one idea. But let's get to the meat of what I want to do here. So there's 2 flips in here, more like doors. I've already made and sewn. Here, we'll go here. Okay? Actually, let me take all this off. It'll be a lot easier. Alright, so the bottom layer is going to be this. These are mini file folders that I made. I hand cut these. I didn't use a die. If you have a die like Tim Holtz Vault die, use that. But sometimes I like just cutting them on my own size. So these 3, also you can see that they're already sewn, will go here. Where's the other one? There it is. Here we go. Now these came from a Halloween pack from Tim Holtz, but it's 2023. This came from, I believe, Volume 2 as backdrops. Okay? But I'm going to show you how I cut these. I think I showed you before, but we'll show you again. And I've already inked these. So these will go through here, and then we'll end up putting labels on the tabs. Probably something in the front, which I want to show you also tonight. And which is, if I can find it. Okay. So I'm thinking about putting this tiny pocket here. Now, here's the tricky part. I got a die, and it came from Temu, that cuts out this shape. And if you can see, it has little perforations already on this. So what we do to get this is fold those perforations. What makes it different, you might want to know. Well, if you look here, it's actually an accordion pocket, okay? So when we put it down, it has plenty of room to grow out this way, right? So you can put a little more in it. So I was thinking about putting those on here with these patterns here and some pinstripes here at the bottom. Or maybe the reverse. However, I don't know. But I think I want to put those pockets there. Okay? Maybe stagger them left to right or something. But the perfect size, and I like the patterns on it. Still in the Victorian age. This has a little bit of gold foil on it, but it's fine. I think it works. I think it still works. Okay, and it's got this gray plant on it, which falls in the parameters of my colors. This orange falls in the parameters of rust, so that one works as well. And then these 2 are in the browns that she likes. So that's the bottom layer, okay? Above that, or over that rather, will be these doors that will open opposite of each other, okay? So we have these, and they'll open this way and this way. Now, what am I going to put in here? In here, I want to do some stacked envelopes, which these will go here first. I got these at the Dollar Tree. They are coin envelopes. And then these are mini craft envelopes that I got from Hobby Lobby that I want to stack on top of there. I don't want to make it too bulky because it's getting bulky enough as it is. So I picked these flat envelopes because how thin that they are, and they will not overstuff this section to where it goes past a 1/2 inch. This flap here is a 1/2 inch. If you guys remember when I talk about size and width of your spines, you got to make sure that it's in line with your spine that you're working with. So this is a 1 inch spine. So everything over here has to fit in a 1/2 inch, and everything over here a 1/2 inch. So when you put it together, it's this 1 inch. You got it? Does that make sense? I hope so. And that 1 inch spine and a 1 inch spine over there will go together to hit this 2 inch spine, so everything lays flat, right? You've got a little bit of wiggle room on that 2 inches. I would say probably a 1/4 of an inch either side. It'll still close, but you might have a little tiny bit of gator mouth. It'll be slight, but just keep that kind of stuff in mind as you're building your structure. Like I've said before, this is kind of a work of engineering. It takes some planning, right? And a lot of trial and error, and it's taken me a lot of practice to get to this point. So that's what I want to work on tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. We got a lot to do. So let's start with the first tutorial on how to make this little box envelope or box pocket. Yeah? Okay. So let me go ahead and put this all to the side and close this up and put it to the side, and let's talk about this. All right, so this isn't much different than making a regular gusseted pocket. There is one extra step of scoring that we will have to do to make this, and a little bit of a not complicated, but a little extra as far as when you're cutting these corners, okay? Because it kind of has to go up in like an S formation kind of a deal. So I picked this paper. I'm going to grab another piece of paper that I really don't care for, or you know what? I'll just grab a quick plate, just so I can show it to you guys. I've got this big pack of neutrals that I got it because of the cover, and I thought that it had a certain color in it, but the way the colors are represented on here are not particularly what's in here, right? So just out of defiance, I guess, I got pissed and I haven't used it. But it's the Farmhouse Paper Pack, Paper Studio. This is from Hobby Lobby. Okay? Alright, so let's just grab a color that I don't really like. Oh, I love that green. Yeah, let's just do this one. Yeah, man, that's yellow. Alright, so what are we going to do? So you're going to want to obviously cut this to whatever size you want your box pocket to be, okay? This particular one, let's go ahead and measure that. This one is, if you're crafting along with me in this series, is 4 3/4 plus a quarter plus a half inch. So I said 4 1/4 plus a quarter plus a half inch would make it 5. Okay, so it's 5 total tall or wide. Yeah, this way it is right about a little under 9. So if we add a quarter of an inch to each side, so 9.5 plus a half. Okay, so it's 10.5. Okay. All right. So it really doesn't matter what size we cut this. This is for demonstration and showing and teaching you guys how to make one. So let me bring out my big boy cutter, and we're just going to cut this down, make it a little more workable. We're going to just cut it in half. All right. So this is 12 by 12. I'm going to cut it to 6. So, but again, the size doesn't really matter. It's up to you how big you want your pocket. Right? Alright, so there's half. And we'll go ahead and leave it. I'm going to cut off 2 inches. And make it 10 by 6. Okay? Alright. Put that in scraps. Here's the daily scrap pile right there. This is the big paper pile over here. Alright. Excuse me, I'm going to get a little drink over here and get a little bit of dry mouth. Alright. So, break out your scoring board and write down these measurements. Okay? So if your pocket's going to be horizontal like this, right, you're going to want to start with, the first score is at half inch. Okay? The next one will be at 3/4. And that's it on this side. Same thing on the opposite side. Half inch and 3/4. You're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So all sides are equal. Half inch, 3/4. Now what you should have, if you can see it, this might be a better angle, kind of looks like this here, okay? Is what it should look like. Yes? What you're going to do, actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in pen so you guys can see it a little bit better of what, and this is just a demonstration, we're not going to actually use this. So, again, you're going to cut all 3 sides, or score, rather, at a half inch and 3/4 on all sides, yeah? Here, 1/4. Sorry I didn't do this the first time, so it's easy for you guys to see what the pattern should look like after you scored. That's what it should look like, okay? Now, that's it for the scoring. So now you're wondering, where the heck do I cut? Where do I fold? Ah, that's a good question. Okay, so what you're going to do now is we're going to do the cutting. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to cut down here this way at an angle to that intersection. Then, you know what? I'm going to use a different color to make this easier. We're going to cut... Oh, what is that all over there? Ew. It's from the bottom of the cut. All the fuzzies get. Okay, so this is pink. We're going to cut at an angle this way. Then you're going to cut up this line here. Right? And that's your first cut. Okay? Then you're going to go this way. Do the same thing though, but the opposite direction. So we're going to cut at an angle here. Make a straight line. And then you're going to cut up this line to where it intersects here. Alright? And that is your cut. Same thing on the other side. I cut at an angle here. Up this line here. Turn it. Same thing. Cut it at an angle. And then up this line. Okay? So here, 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 and there. Same thing over here. Alright? Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. Grab your snizzes. Cut your angle here. Up to that intersection. Turn your scissors. Come up. Go up a straight line. Stop at the next line. Come to the side of the pocket. Cut your angle. And then go up there. Now that is what your cut should look like. Okay? Let's do the same on the other side. Come at it at an angle. Go up straight to the second line. Come down to the bottom, cut at an angle. And then up the straight line again. And you'll see that those two match. Yeah? Okay. Now after that, the rest of it's easy peasy. You just fold your scores at the scores. Okay. All right. Now you've pretty much got the structure built. Okay. There is one little thing that I like to do, just cause. I like to do it that way. So you'll notice that there'll be a little bit of overlap between these two sides. Yeah, same thing over here. Okay, you want that. I find it's better than leaving it like flush, because this way I can now glue those two corners together, and it's a lot easier to glue down. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put a little bit of art glitter glue here, and then I'm going to do that and let that stick. So you have to put your finger under it to get it to catch, but I like doing it this way. Now, you don't have to do it that way. I don't want to wait for it to dry, but once you've done that, you'll see how it's connected here and here already. So all you have to do is put the glue on and then just plop it down. Right? So that's how you make it. Really, actually a lot less complicated than it probably looks, but there you go. Right? Okay. Let's put this to the side, and then we are going to go ahead and attach this piece to the folio and move on to the next. Oops, something went flying off. There we go. All right. So I'm going to actually turn this way. Get easier to attach. I'm going to attach it this way with the opening coming this way. Right? Now I do not particularly like attaching things on top of my stitching. It's a little bit more it's a little difficult sometimes to get a good adhesion. With Fabri-Tac it works pretty well. But if you're not using Fabri-Tac, then I suggest, and I kind of also like the look of being able to see the stitching, gluing it up to that back line here. Okay. Now I measured this one this way on purpose because you can see the seams. Oh, I'm in frame. You can see the seams all the way around. Yes? So that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm running low on art glitter glue. I'm waiting for my shipments. I'm going to go ahead and use Fabri-Tac for this one. Now, I have a suggestion for those of you who do use a lot of art glitter glue and we're getting into winter or colder weather. You might want to order it soon, because from what I understand, they will not ship it if the weather is cold, is what I'm told. So I already went ahead and ordered a 20-ounce bottle. And I'll probably order another one next time I get paid at my day job, just so I have enough to get me through winter and into spring. Because God forbid I run out of that stuff. And I'm sure you don't want to either. Alrighty. Here we go. Just going to do a little bit of pressing down here until it catches. I'll leave it for a second. Let it sit. Now, I like to actually take my bone folder inside and run it along the flaps just to make sure that they're down. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to just press it down and wait for it to catch before we move on. Alright. Now I'm going to take another quick look. Put these pins away. Just put these pins over here while I can grab them. They don't get that funky stuff on them. Here's my fancy glue stopper. my paper clips. They're easy to make, right? Anyway, at least they all match. Sorry, I'm not good at making those pin dangles. So, somebody wants to make me one and send it to me. That'd be cool, because I don't know how to make it. I'm not a jewelry maker. I mean, I barely even make dangles for my journal, because I'm just not good at making them, and I always have trouble watching the videos and trying to figure out how. Okay, so I think we're good here. Let me just double check one more time on these seams. Make sure that they're down. Right. Oh, it slid a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's leave this open and flat so we can get down there. Okay. I think we're good. Alright, I'm gonna leave it laying flat so it let gravity do its thing. Alright, so what are we working on next? We are going to work on panel 3. So if I can move this around. Darn it. I really want to be careful with that piece. Alright, hopefully I'm going to move the camera so you guys can see what I'm working on here. Oh, that lays flat over there. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to work on this one here. Yes? Alright, so what are we doing? Let's start with the bottom layer first. And I was going to show you how to do the file folders, but let's put these down first. And then I will show you how to cut one. And once you get over, some people are afraid to do it because they think they'll mess them up. You're going to mess them up every once in a while, even when you first start doing them. But once you understand there's really only one funky little cut in this whole process, and get over that, these are easy. So easy, you don't even have to purchase a die. And then you can make them in whatever size you want to, versus trying to buy a bunch of different dies, right? Or buying pre-made ones, which are fine too. I mean, I like the Tim Holtz, the new ones that came out this year, that they're just the plain vanilla color, and they're really fun to decoupage on with napkin. I got some napkins from Dollar Tree for Halloween, and they look really cool doing that. Using them for that. But only thing is, you only get 3 in a pack. I wish you'd put more in. So we're gonna put this one in the middle and totally swap the other ones. There, I like that better. Okay, check this over here. I think I can close that now and let it sit on itself. Let's put a little thing on it like that. Okay, now let's do this, and then I'm going to close that. Get these things in frame so you guys can see what I'm working on. I have to move my camera back now. Okay, and let's move this a little bit, and I'm going to bring you down. Okay, I think that's a good thing here. What do you think? How's that? Here we go. Okay. Alright, we're going to work on this, and then I got to make dinner for the family. So, alright, let's go ahead and glue these down. I've already done the stitching. And I'm going to make a hidden pocket in the back, so I'm only going to glue around 3 sides. Yeah? Make sure you don't get your strings. If you've sewn these, be careful getting the threads in the way. Now again, I wanted this small enough so you could see the stitching all the way around. Oh, I just bent my pin for my glue. Oh no. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Alright, now, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the closure on these. Let me lift this up. Alright, that is one thing I forgot to grab. 1 second, y'all. I'm still here. Don't go anywhere. I just have to grab these closures that I want to use. Aha, found it. Okay. Now, we could do one of 2 things. I used another technique on another custom piece that I just finished. So we can use these. I'm going to use these because I know she likes these. These are called turn mounts. You can see that there. Okay? They come from Creative Expressions. You get them at creativeexpressions.com, or I got these on Amazon. Okay? How do they work? Well, let me show you. So we're going to use the dark brown ones here if I've got enough. I hope I do. Uh-oh. Oh, there's one. I'm going to have to grunge out the other color because I don't really use gold and silver that much. And I was watching Crafty by Tony, and she was doing it with alcohol ink. I've got alcohol ink, I just haven't used it yet. I think I'm a little gun shy of using it. So we can either use those, or something else that I found on Amazon are these little bookmarks. They're metal bookmarks. Look like this. Looks like this in the back, front, and you would just clip them on like this. Here's one way to do it. Okay, this one requires a brad and a little bit of work, but these work out nice too, and they look kind of cool. Yeah. So, now I kind of want to use them, but we're gonna do the turn mounts because I know she likes those. Okay, so how do you do those? Well, you'll need your turn mounts, and you're going to need a brad. So I'm going to use my tiny little black ones, because they are not, the brad legs, the feet of the brad are not as obtrusive as some of my other brads. So, we'll need 3 of those, and you'll need some sort of pokey tool, whether it's an awl, or a needle, or whatever, your scissors. Some sort of pokey tool to make a hole. So that's what you need. 3 tiny brads, your turn mounts, and whatever you're putting these on. So, these are very simple to do. Just decide where you want it. I'm going to put it here to where it spins down like this. Yeah? So I'm going to hold my turn mount where I want it, poke through it, hang on to it, grab the brad, sit it in there, right? Flip it over, open the legs, and you're done. That's how easy using these are. You can get the feet open. Ouch. Oh, these things are sharp. Alright. Now, turn those in such a way that they're not going to interfere with what's coming in and out. I will take the back of my awl and flatten it as much as I can, so you don't want it to catch on anything. You can also put a piece of tape over this I don't do that. Only because I don't like it, and even though you're not going to see it, this is actually going to get glued down, so you're not going to worry about it anyway. But there it is, how it works. You just push that up, and it opens. Push it back down, and it keeps it closed. Right? Easy peasy. Let's do the same over here. I'm going to do it in the center. Grab my brad. Insert the brad. Just drop it. I just dropped it on my black dress. Alright, that's gone. I'll get another one. No big deal. Alright. Insert your brad. Split the feet. Press down real hard. Probably grab something hard like your scissors or the back of your awl, and make sure those legs are flat. Also makes it a lot easier when you're gluing it down, if that's as flat as possible. Yeah. Make sure it works. Flip up, and then flip down. There we go. Yeah, we're good. Alright, that one's done. I'm gonna grab one more brad. I got the brads from Temu, and any of you have ordered from Temu and you know it's kind of hit or miss. I thought these were a lot bigger than what I thought, or what came. So make sure you read your measurements when you're ordering from Temu, if you use Temu at all. Now, I order from many different places. Amazon, I'll order from scrapbooking.com. Stamp says Simon, or Simon says Stamp. God darn it, did I just drop another one? Where did it go? I just had it. You little booger. Got it. Anyway, I don't order exclusive from Temu, and as of the other day, I decided to stop ordering any kind of design paper altogether, because let me tell you what I found. Just by happenstance. Let me back up. So some of you who've been following me or follow the channel know that I created a Dark Alice journal. Beautiful. That thing was like literally out the door within hours. Which I'm meaning to create another one, but different. Anyway, point is, I got that from Ink and Page on Etsy, right? So fast forward to a few days ago, and I'm searching through Temu looking for envelopes. And guess what pops up on the feed? The exact same kit from Ink and Page that she created, that Debbie created. And so I immediately messaged her, let her know that it's there. And she's telling me that they have like ripped off like maybe 10 of her designs, and she has no recourse for it at all. So, which is a shame. So I made my pledge to make sure I get my stuff from her proper way, and I do not order papers from them anymore. Do I order envelopes and things like that, awls and supplies? Yes, absolutely, because it's very cheap. But they're not ripping off anybody's designs. You know, it's just an awl, right? So I don't order papers from there anymore. I don't order any kind of paper. Anything that's designed paper, I don't really use stickers, so if I did do stickers, I probably wouldn't order those either. Stamps, if I know that there's one other, because I know they rip off Tim Holtz all the time. Kathy Holden, Sam Poole, they're probably going to have Tracy Fox's up there soon. I know they got Elizabeth Craft Design stamps on there. But I think I'm pretty knowledgeable about what's out there, so I haven't really bought any stamps from them in a while because of that. So, like I said, I buy supplies, but that's just me. Okay, well, you guys do you. I think artists should get paid for their work, and by ripping off Debbie over at Ink and Page, she's definitely not receiving any sort of royalties from that. And I'll tell you what, if you ever ordered design paper from them, compared to what she sends you in a digital kit, and I'm going to link her shop in below, just to let's help her out. She's getting ripped off big time. But the quality of the paper, while it looks like it should be nice, compared to what you get digitally and printed home, there's no There's not going to be any comparison at all. Okay, so it's only a couple of dollars versus the dollar that you spend. You know, it's not that much more to just order from Etsy and make sure the artist who created it gets what's due to her, what she deserves, right? All right, that's my political statement for the day. And if you haven't heard of Inga Page, go visit her store. She's got some really cool stuff. I did one of I did one of my very first journals from her Wraithwood Manor or Wraithwood collection. And it came out okay. I mean, but this beautiful point is she's just has some beautiful designs, and beautiful kits. I recently just purchased some. She's got paper packs that she designs. So I got Haunted Academia. I got Wraithwood Moon, and a neutral one. I think it's neutral grunge. Maybe that's what it is. But it's like a collection. It's like a paper, like a small paper pack, and beautiful, beautiful colors. I mean, beautiful. And I can't print them right now. Oh, that's the other thing. My printer's on the fritz, so I can't even print anything right now. And I can't afford to buy one at the moment to replace it. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I think it might just be the print head. So I'm going to try to get that. But if I have to buy a new one, guys, you guys know that I'm going through a divorce. So everything is on like a really tight budget. So I don't know what I'm going to do if this replacing the print head doesn't work. I'm going to have to like put out the word on my Ko-fi channel or Ko-fi channel to get some donations to help me buy another printer. I don't know. So pray that this print head replacement works. What it's doing is printing a blue and a magenta line down the page, and then the images are looking a little chalky, right? So everything I'm printing, I'm just like, ugh, I can't use it, and that's a big deal. I mean, I use a lot. I have a lot of digitals, and I need to print those. I need to print them, right? So there's my boohoo story. My printer's down. Boohoo! My printer's on the fritz. So for those of you in the crafty world, you know that's oh no, that's no bueno, no bueno. Why don't I put these in the wrong order, didn't I? That's what I wanted. So I wanted the rust colored one in the middle. All right, how are we looking on time? Let's see. Good Lord, it's already 37 minutes in. All right, let's get to gluing. Let's get this stuff down. All right, so here we go. I need to move a little faster instead of yapping my gums. Alright, let's move all these threads out of the way. Put this back where it was. And I'm probably going to put... Yeah, I'm going to definitely put those pockets on and probably a cluster over here in the corner when we get to that. Alright, stay down. I think I might switch over to Fabri-Tac, because I'm extremely low on this art glitter glue. Okay. And I just refreshed this Fabri-Tac, so it's nice and easy to come out. Yep, look at that. Just comes right out. Fabri-Tac does not like it when it is half full, because by then air's gotten in there and it's starting to get a little sludgy. So I replaced that this morning, and it is coming out just fine now. That's straight. Excuse my head. Okay. Yeah, that's straight. Here's my eraser. Let's get this. I'm sorry, I know I'm shaking the camera. I've got my boom attached to this fold-out table that I'm using right now. This is actually where I work on my crafting. I'm setting up a filming area on the other side at a desk. I've got two desks over there, so I can attach the boom to one desk that overlooks the other, and I can work or film without worrying about shaking the camera, right? Okay. There we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. I'm gonna have to let it lay on this, on the threads a bit, the stitching. That's okay, it's Fabri-Tac. It will adhere pretty quickly to the stitching. Alright, let me just check something here. Yeah, we'll still be good. Okay. Alright, right. So, Next piece, we are going to add these envelopes, these little gusseted pockets here. So when you unfold it, when you cut it, it looks like that, right? And then we fold it in. I did get the die off Temu. I haven't seen it anywhere else to purchase it from. So let me ink this real quick because I forgot to do so before we started. Just going to ink the edges real quick, just give it a light inking, nothing real dark like I normally would do. Just doing the edges, I'm not going to do any blending across it. Okay, now this one is going to go here. I think, a nice contrast in color. So this one we don't have to worry about going to the edge with the glue because it's got built-in gussets, 2 of them. Alright, we'll put this one here. No. Yes. Put the string out of the way. Alright. There we go there. Okay. A little weight down so it adheres. Alright, the next one, we've got 2 options. We've either got this one here and this one here, which I think I like this better. I do. Okay, so I'm going to fold these in, out, and back in. Alright, so the bone folder here, just give that a nice crisp crease. Crisp crease. Say that 10 times. A crisp crease. Crisp crease. Okay. And one more fold the other way. And we're good here. Now the bottom fold. It actually embosses like a little quilted line all the way around, which I think is nice too. And we'll be ordering a new bone folder from Temu. Okay, let's get this moving. Maybe I'll put a cluster on here too when we start doing the decorating. I don't know. We shall see. Now I didn't do it on the first pocket, but I also find with Fabri-Tac, if you even it out with like your finger, it adheres so much better. So should I do one over here this time? I think so. Or maybe we'll do this one in the center. So it kind of gradually moves over. Yeah? Yeah, let's do that. Right, put that on top of there. And we'll do this one. We'll add the doors, and then we'll see how much further we can get in the hour. Okay. They're really cute though, don't you think? I like these a lot. I'm gonna have to do a little die cutting session here soon and just cut a whole bunch of them out. But see, that's the kind of thing sometimes when I do mask making, it's like, am I gonna use this and how am I gonna use this later? I definitely don't decorate them in any way when I do a mask make. I just cut out the shapes because you never know how you're gonna actually use that or what type of journal it's gonna be going into. Thinking about doing a mask making, doing it with you guys, how I make my clusters. I gotta try to remember where that style came from. I can't remember her name, who does it, and I don't want anybody to think that I ripped her off, but I still want to show you guys how I do it because I think it's really easy and quick. Alright, we'll put this one here on this edge. Let's give it a little pat down here. Alright, there. Alright, and we're done with those. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that neat? Let's give it a nice burnish one more time so it's the same flat. Alright. Now, we are done with the bottom page. What do you guys think? I like it. Looks cool. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Think we're good. Come on, you guys. Stay down. Come on. Let's leave this on there for just a second while I get the rest of the pieces ready. Alright, let's do another time check, you guys. So I do have to start making dinner soon. Alright. We've got about 10-15 more minutes of this, and then I've got to stop. So, let's go ahead and get the doors on. Right? So if you notice, I left a 1/2 inch over here, and there's a 1/2 inch over here with enough room to put these down. So be careful. You consider those things. I think, you know what, I want to put brads on these. Might do that later, but not for tonight. We're just going to add the doors down. So let's grab my Fabri-Tac here. It's already been inked. It's already been sewn. And I am going to smooth out this glue because I want the glue on the entire surface, not just where I put the glue down and hope it spreads right. Now, I don't mind touching glue and rubbing it on my hand, but let me grab a baby wipe just so I can get it on something else. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and put this bad boy down. Now, you know what? I didn't realize how directional this was, so I can't. So that one's going to go there. Okay, we're good. I thought I had it upside down. Oof! That would have been irritating. Alright, so I'm going to come up here to this side. Almost all the way to the top, but not quite. And I'm going to put it right up against the files, or maybe a little bit off of the files. But the edge will be at the edge of the paper here. Okay? So, put that down. You don't want to get too close because you don't want the glue to get attached to your file folders like that just did. You don't want that. Make sure your strings are out of the way. Give this a good, nice little burnish. Alright, and that should hold them and leave it open so it doesn't fall over. And we'll do the same with this side. If you're spreading it, one of the most important sections or things about it is getting it to the edges, especially the ends. Yeah, you don't want this coming up. There's a mosquito in here. I had the door open earlier because it's such a nice day outside. I think I got a mosquito in here, and it is tearing up my ankles, y'all. Okay, now get this out the way. That should be down now. The same thing on this side. Okay. Bring it up to make sure I'm not impeding the folding. It's just the right size. Okay. Now give that a good push down here. Making sure it doesn't get into our folders, and if it does, let's go ahead and separate them now so it does not get in there. Alright. Okay, making sure it's not impeding the folding. It is not. We're good. I hope we're good. I may have to cut this down some maybe. Let's see. Where's the crease? Oh no, we're good. It's just because this part's folded back a little bit. We need to push it down. There we go. Now we are good. And it is on there. Alright, making sure. Yep, we're good. We're not impeding on the folding in any way. It's just perfect. It actually butts up right against that line. Okay, so there's that one. This one is good. So when we close it, it looks like that. Alright, you guys. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to add these to the front, and then we're going to call it a night, okay? Or so we're going to stop for now. Now, let's go ahead and ink this real quick. I might come back and do a little bit more inking on it later for the sake of time, because people are getting hungry in my house. And I got to put the chicken on. I'm having barbecue chicken tonight, something we like. But I'm not going to rush this. I'm just going to ink it really nicely. I may come back and do a little bit more inking, like I said. But for now, this will work. Actually, I'm going to pop open the envelope, make sure it didn't glue itself down anywhere. It did not. It is good to go. Yep. See how big that envelope is? So good. So good. I'll do right in here. All right. Now we are going to attach some jute twine like this one here. So let me grab a piece. I'm going to glue it to the back. So let me move this up out of the way a little bit. You're just going to find the center of the back of your envelope. Yeah. Make sure you got enough twine on either end so you can tie your bow. Right? Alright, so there's my middle that I'm going to use. There we go. Put a line of glue down. And then just run your jute twine or whatever you're using into that. You're going to hold it for just a second. That is not centered at all, Tiana. That is all kinds of cockeyed. There we go. That's fine. Okay. You just need enough just so where it sticks, because we're going to glue the whole piece down. You just don't want it to come out when you pull on it, right? So, like that. Dag nabbit. Can you tell I'm from the south? Dag nabbit. Cockeyed and stuff. Y'all. I love the way these people. I don't care. Alright, what can I use to push this down so it's not on my fingers and get stuck? There we go. Just use your bone folder. It's one way to do it. So it doesn't get stuck on your fingers. Because right now my finger is stuck to the page. Ow. Alright, you can also use washi tape. Tape it down. Like I said, it's just until you get it down locked on the page, right? Which we're going to do right now. I'm not going to make this a pocket, so I'm going to glue the whole piece down. Yeah? And then we'll tie the bow in the front. So, this piece can come down here. Right about there. That's good. Okay. See, that is not centered at all, y'all. At all, y'all. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, well that is doing its thing. Stay down. We're going to glue down the other one. Alright, and we'll put that one right about there. Yeah? Okay. Take this down now. This one. Put some weight on this one so it gets glued down. Okay. Now this bow we're going to tie real quick. This will be done. And for all intents and purposes, except for a couple of envelopes inside, this section is clear. And there we go. Let's cut off the excess here. Alright, y'all. There's that page. Can you see a theme here with the envelopes on the fronts? Yeah. Okay, so last thing I wanted to do was put on these layered envelopes here on the inside. I haven't decided what I want to do on the inside or the outside. So, and I've also got these pockets that I cut up. Would they fit on the inside of here? They would. We could do pockets here, like that, for the inside. This is also such a pretty pattern. I don't want to cover it up with a bunch of envelopes. So maybe we'll do this. And then we can slide something in there. Yeah, we'll do that. We can do that real quick, and then we'll work on the envelopes tomorrow or in our next video. Yeah? Okay. So let's ink these up real quick and get them down, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Right, I haven't mitered these yet, so let me do that real quick also. And do I want to do torn pages in here or torn pockets? I don't think so. Not this time. So, and I don't think I want to put a notch in it either. I'm not doing it. Nope. I can always put a notch in later if I decide to. Which I'm known to do. Alright, so this is going to go right here. Right here. And this one, I'm going to the edges. I'm going to leave that 1/4 of an inch space at the edge. We're going to put it facing the inside of the panel, facing towards the middle of the panel. Yes, yes. Sorry, I know I'm shaking the table. Okay. Now, next one, where'd it go? Hello. Okay. There it is. So what else is going on with me in the store? Well, my daughter is helping me out, taking pictures of a lot of things that I've created that I never got up or I never filmed, and so she's doing all my pictures for me. And then I'm going to be doing an episode, or I guess you call it an episode of calling it what's new to the Story House. So that's where I'll be introducing new creations, you know, just general news about what we're doing. And what's coming new to the store, anything new that we got going on, new supply hauls or whatever, general. So it'll cut down on the number of videos that I do, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. Because, well, it's a good thing for me because I do have a full-time job outside of this that usually runs over 50 hours a week. You know, those of you who don't know, I'm a project manager, and I implement software for companies, right? So that takes up a lot of my week, and I'm not, God dang it, guess what I did? Guess. I bet you'll never guess. What do I always forget to do? Yes, this. Again, I swear, if my head were not attached to my body by bones and skin, it would probably fall off, and I wouldn't even know it. Alright, so let's put this back down. Alright. We are going to be doing a live stream. If you didn't see the last video, I'm going to do my first live stream where I'm going to do kind of craft with me class. We're going to do some tutorials, how I make stuff, different techniques and whatnot. So in the comments, if you guys would and are interested in the live stream, I'll let you know when it is later on once I decide what day I want to do it. What you guys would like to see, and I will do my best to make sure that's included in the videos. Yeah? So just let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you'd like to have a live stream on. Where you can also, how the live streams work. I've never done one, so this will be a new experience for me. For those of you who have done it before, I guess you guys get to ask questions, and hopefully a lot of people will join, and that you guys like it. If you guys like it, I'll do another one. Okay, so there are our pockets. They are sitting and setting and curing. Let's go ahead and put our latches back down and lock up our folders. Now, you want to be careful with the latches because they will get stuck on the stitching sometimes, like this is doing right now. Here we go. Alright, we're good. So, that is the inside of panel 2. So what we have left are these two insides here. Probably some embellishment here, of course. Embellishment all down through here. And then something here. Which will probably be a smattering of different kinds of envelopes I want to make. Alright, and pockets. So, there we go. Alright. We're going to stop here for this video. I'm probably going to do another video tonight before I go to bed, just because you guys deserve for me to be caught up on things that I've been promising. So, anywho, maybe I'll work on section 4. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, thank you guys for joining. For those of you who are new to my channel, if you made it this far, please let me know if you liked the video by hitting the like button. What I want to do, I'm peeling off glue off my fingers, y'all. It's gross. Please hit the like button if you like the video. It helps my channel out and gets my art out there to more and more people. And don't forget about the live stream that's coming up. And also the next giveaway milestone is 500 subscribers, where I will be giving everybody access to a free digital of vintage ephemera that I have. And we'll be doing it that way from now on versus giving away a physical item. I learned my lesson when one of my giveaways was supposed to go to Indonesia, and it's almost $100 to ship there. And I couldn't at the time do that. So I didn't want that to be a hindrance moving forward. And I didn't want to exclude our international subscribers and our international families. So there'll be digitals from now on, and then everybody gets it, not just one person too. So I guess that's all for tonight. Thank you guys for joining. I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good night. Bye.